Hello, children. A very pleasant morning to you all. Welcome to your English class. And already we have learned a subunit from the main unit, that is regard of values, right? From Nina is the winner. So there we learned that, children, that sense of duty, what one should have, right? Apart from winning, that is what is shown in that previous lesson, right? So here we have another poem where here we are this poem will teach you that what is the second sense of duty that one should have, that is all about sharing. Okay, sharing, every one of us know that whenever we go to school we meet our friends, right? So we have to cultivate the habit of sharing, right? So sharing means, it doesn't mean that only with the food, it can be with your things also sometimes, right? So obviously, children, whenever your friends doesn't might have forgotten to bring the what do you call, things like pencil, eraser, rubber, whatsoever, okay, so obviously what you do share your things, right? So in the same way, sharing is also another sense of duty, what we should say that one should have. It's also one of the moral value that one should inculcate such kind of habits. Okay, so here in the same way we have a small poem here, all about the two kittens. Okay, where they fight with each other and they lose their food, means they fight for a silly thing. If they would have had the habit of sharing, then they would have not lost their food. Okay, but just because of a small fight, they had to lose their food. Okay, so in the same way, it's a small poem between the two kittens. Okay, so obviously it happens with us also. Whenever we have some things in our hand, we do fight over small things and we lose that particular thing, right? So in the same way, here these two kittens do the same thing. So let us just have a glance on the poem and I will just move on. Okay, so I just want you all to keep your page number 61. Here is a small activity for you people to do, but this one, yeah, you have to do on your own, but I'll just explain you that what you have to do there. Okay, so you can see there in the first question, do you ever fight with your brother or sister? Okay, where if it is a brother or a sister, we call it as sibling. Okay, it may be a new word for you. Okay, so you can be brother or sister, or means it should be your own brother, so we call them as siblings. Okay, do you ever fight with your siblings over things like sharing stationery means what I said, eraser, ruler, rubber, okay, sharpener, whatsoever, books also it can be, right? Clothes, etc. If S, make a list of few such things. So obviously it is no there is no doubt that you don't fight. Obviously you fight over such things, right? So I hope you will be having a long list to go there. So you have to write down in the space given there. Okay, and the second question is, do your partner punish you for parents, sorry, I'm sorry, do your parents punish your for quarreling with your brother or sister? What kind of punishment do you get? So obviously after the fight, children, your parents will scold you, or you may get a different kind of punishments and all. Okay, so you just have to jot down there what kind of punishment you get. Okay, so the third question is, how do you finally resolve the issue? Means how do you solve the issue? This issue means whatever the fight it is. Okay, with your brother or sister, do you think peaceful means are better to solve each problems, or do you think then fighting solves the problem purpose better? So the question is that, if you fight, do you think that the whatever the you are fighting for, you will get the best result out of that? No, right, children? So you have to write that the reason behind that. Do you think, and for opting your answer, you have to write the reason over there. Okay. So these three questions is your part, and I want you all to do this. So before explaining the poem, let us just glance at some difficult words which may come across your lesson. Okay. So here they are. See, the first one is stormy. So what do you mean by stormy, children? I hope most of you may be knowing or may not be knowing. Stormy means a strong wind. So you might have seen that sometimes a strong wind blows, sometimes along with that air comes, sorry, strong wind, and the rain also drops out. Okay, so where we have seen that the trees just they bend at such a way that it may fall. So it's always a stormy wind. Okay, and a strong wind or a violent weather we can say, and then comes quarrel. See, quarrel is also a kind of fight, whereas in fight we use our physical parts, okay, like beating, okay, in that way. Whereas in quarrel, we just argue. It's also a kind of fight itself, but through the argument we fight. Let here we don't use any physical thing. What do you call? We don't use any physical kind of fight and all. Here means through the words, through the talks only you keep fighting. Okay. Then comes begun. Children, begun is nothing but the past participle of begin. Begin, began, begun. Okay, so begun is nothing but the past participle of begin. Okay, begun is the past participle of begin, means which means start. Okay, to start. Then comes bigger. So I don't think so it is a difficult word for you. Bigger is a comparison of big. Okay, big, bigger, biggest we say, right? So it shows the comparison. Big is rather big. Bigger is more big than the previous one. Biggest is the among the all, it is one of the biggest one. Okay, so bigger is a comparative degree there. Okay, then comes tortoise. So tortoise means everyone, you all of you know what is a tortoise, right? But here in the poem, tortoise is used for the shell. Tortoise shell is used just because to show the color of the skin of the kitten there. Okay, then comes spitting. Children, actually spitting is something that you put out the saliva, but here in the poem it means that it's like a gesture of contempt or anger, showing your anger with on your face. Okay, we all can easily guess when someone shows the anger on their face, right? It's like it's called as spitting. And then comes scratching. So we all know that see, whenever this cat gets angry, then it scratches with its sharp paw. Okay, we know that their paws are very sharp. Okay, they just, what they do with the sharp nails, they just scratch over the things, right? Or mark with a sharp object is called as scratching. Next comes sweeping. Sweeping is just is done at home, where you might have seen your mother sweeping home, right? By cleaning with the help of the broom, right? It is called as sweeping. Swept is nothing but the past tense and past participle of sweep. Sweep, swept, swept, sweeping. Sweeping is the present participle, swept is the past participle as well as past tense also, and sweep is the present tense. Okay, now coming to this one, frost. Children, you might have seen the ice in the fridge, right? It is in a cube shape, which is solid, right? But these frost are also ice, but they are very thin layer. Okay, means they are not that what you call solid, like they are just thin layer, where with the help of the hand also you can easily break it out. You might have seen also somewhere else. Okay, so frost is also a kind of ice which is having a very thin layer. Then comes shivered. So obviously, children, now it is a winter season, right? You all shiver in the morning, right? Because due to cold means you tremble, right? So shivered here means trembling or shaking. Beside, see here, beside you have learned in the grammar lesson, that is preposition, right? It tells the place. Then comes finished. Finished means completed. Crept. Crept means, children, it's a past tense of creep, of course. Creep, crept, crept, creeping. Crept and crept both are past tense as well as past participle. Okay. Creep, crept, crept, creeping. Okay. So crept is nothing but just moving very slowly without making any noise. Okay. It's called as a creeping or crept. Then, okay, the Stavami already we have learned, right? So before starting the lesson poem, children, let us read the poem. Okay, then I will explain you the meaning. Obviously, I don't think so you need a much explanation for this poem. Obviously, you will understand when I will be reading, but also don't worry, I'll just explain it. Okay, but first we will have a glance on the poem. Okay. Yes. Yes, I just want to show this picture. It's a picture of a stormy weather. Okay, you can just see that how the wind is very violent. The weather is so violent there. Okay, okay. So it is called as a stormy, right? Stormy weather. Yes, I hope you all have kept your what do you call textbook in front of you right now. And please, I just want you to keep your what do you call pencil in your hand and put right on the words when I am reading. So shall we start, children? Yes. Two little kittens. Two little kittens one stormy night began to quarrel and then to fight. One had a mouse and the other had none, and that was the way the quarrel began. I will have that mouse, said the bigger cat. You will have that mouse, we will see about that. I will have that mouse, said the tortoise shell, and spitting and scratching on her sister she fell. I have told you before it was a stormy night when these two kittens began to fight. The old woman took the sweeping broom and swept them both right out of the room. The ground was covered with snow, frost and snow. They had lost the mouse and had no way to go. So they lay and shivered beside the door till the old woman finished sweeping the floor. And then they crept in as quiet as mice, all wet with snow and as cold as ice. They found it much better that stormy night to lie by the fire than to quarrel and fight. To lie by the fire than to quarrel and fight. So obviously, children, you might have understood the poem, okay, when I was reading this poem, right? So here you can see that in the weather is stormy. Here stormy means outside is like the ice, the snow is falling. Okay, it's very cold outside, and even the breeze, it's like very strong weather is breeze is moving out. Okay, and it is very cold also, right? So here it is told in the first stanza, see, two little kittens one stormy night. So that night it was very stormy, and here the two little kittens, what they were doing, they started to quarrel first. First it was just with the noise. A fight was only towards the noise. Then they started began to fight. Okay. Then why was the fight? Actually, the reason behind the fight was because of the mouse. So one was having the mouse and the other was not having the mouse. That's the reason that they had this fight. Okay, and the one said that that mouse is mine, the other said is that you means it is not yours, it is mine. So in that way they started fighting over the mouse, and they just what do you call it, they spitted, they scratched each other. In that way such a kind of fight they had. And then finally what happened, the old woman, she came. Actually she got angry because these two were fighting. So what she did, she while cleaning with the same broom, she swept them out of the room because they were fighting. Okay, then what happened after the woman had kept the door open because even outside was very cold, and even these kittens, they were means it was not able to go anywhere. It could have gone to any other's house also there, but it was actually, we all know that outside it was snowing, the snow was falling, right? It was very cold. So what they did, they were waiting outside the door till the woman completes the sweeping. Okay, and what she did, she kept the door open and she left the room, and they went very silently into the room. Okay, and already the mouse had ran away from there. The mouse was nowhere, not there. And what they did, they found it much better that instead of fighting, let us just sit in front of the fire and take the warmth, because already children, they were wet and cold, right? Means they were so feeling so cold, and on them also some of the snow had fallen, right? So they were feeling so cold. So for that reason what they did finally, they means they find much better that better not to fight. Let us go and sit in front of the fire and take the warmth. So this was the beautiful poem written by Jane Taylor. It is the poet of the poem, Jane Taylor. Okay, so that is all about the poem, children. So I just want you to learn the poem. You can sing the poem and you can by heart it. Okay, so it is your part. So let us just turn over the page and glance on this true or false. Yes, read the following and write a true, T for true and false, F for false statement. Okay, correct the false statements and write them in the space provided. The first one is the two kittens started quarreling over a mouse. Exactly, they were fighting for the mouse itself, right? So it is true. Out one of the kitten was bigger than the other. Yes, it was told somewhere, right? The bigger kitten said. Okay, so of course one was bigger than the other. It is true. The two kittens were thrown out of the room because they were unable to catch the mouse. No, right? Because they were fighting over the mouse. That's the reason that why the woman had thrown them out of the room, right? So it is false. You can just copy down which you are seeing on the screen. Okay, the weather outside was bright and sunny. Exactly, no, right? Because it was a stormy night. We all know about that. It's a false. Okay, then the old lady permitted the kittens to come inside. Yes, of course, right, children? Because if she would have closed the door, they could have not come inside her room. Okay, so she had kept the door open purposely so that they can come inside. The kittens started fighting again after coming inside the room. No, right? It is false. Actually, they just went and sat near the fire. The next question is, see, how did the two kittens get punished for their greed? Children, I just want to know, make you know what is the meaning of this greed. Okay, children, I don't. Greed means wanting of more. See, whatever you're having with you, it is not enough for you. You just want more. Okay, so you're not what do you call, happy with one or two chocolates. So you just, what you want, you just want more and more. It's called as a greed. Okay, in Kannada we call it as ase ಮಾಡೋದು. Okay, so that is what do you call as greed. Okay, so greed means wanting of more. Okay, so how did the two kittens get punished for their greed? Because they were thrown out of the, that was the punishment what they got, right? They just were thrown out of the room and they had lost the mouse also there. Yes, what lesson do you learn from this poem? Yes, of course, children, we all learn. The simple thing is that we should not fight for the silly things and all, and obviously we have to share the things and all. Okay, that's the reason. That is what you learn from this poem. So here, children, the first stanza of the poem says that two kittens one stormy night began to quarrel and then to fight. So already I told you the meaning of these two, right? Quarrel and fight. You can just write on there. Quarrel means verbal arguments. Verbal means you speak. That's it. Okay, without having any physical contact and all, you just speak and you fight. It's always a verbal argument. Whereas fight is hitting someone physically. Okay, then comes, see here, children. Sometimes here we can see that at two places they have compared the animals with some character there, with some adjectives we can say. Okay, it has described being word. Okay, that is as quiet as mice, means the mice are so quiet. So they have used the example of quiet there. Okay, as quiet as mice. And then comes as cold as snow. Every one of us know, right? Snow is very cold, so there's the as cold as snow. So do you think the above comparison are suitable? The mice move around very quickly, don't they? The snow is always cold, isn't it? Similarly, the following comparison can also be made. Okay. See, as quick as mice is also correct. As white as snow is also correct, because we all know, right? See, when the snow falls, it's completely white. In that way, also we can compare it. It's nothing wrong. So, children, see here, actually, na, even you can also write down of your own. Also, even I have written something of my own. If you want to write, you can write on your own. See, as soft as cotton, I have written. You can write feather also, pillow also. You can write. There's nothing wrong. Okay. Next is as light. Light is lightweight. Feather is given. Monaco biscuit also we know it's lightweight. Okay. Still, what else you can tell? It's your paper also. We can write as light as paper also. Next comes as bright as sun. I have written. Okay. So whatever you want, if you want, you can write as bright as tube light. Also, you can write. It is your own thought, children, which you feel that it's a correct way of comparison. Okay. You can just check out from my answers, and if you want, you can change there. Okay. Children, already you have learned about the rhyming words, right? So here read the poem again and find out at least six pairs of rhyming words from the poem, and you have to add your own. I have done there. Okay, even I have added there also, but if you want to add something else, you can add your own word. Okay. So the first one, right night, fight, right, I have written. That is cat, that rat, fell, shell, bell, boom, room, zoom, snow, go, low, door, floor, sword, rice, eyes, mice. So if you want, you can add your own rhyming word. Okay. And children, then comes at the last, that is value based question. But here I have not given the answer. I just want you all to write down there. Okay. See, have you read or heard about the story, The Two Cats and the Monkey, children? See, most of you wrote. I'll just try to tell you the story, okay? So, two cats and and the monkey. Here, the two cats will be fighting over a cake. I hope most of you know the story, right? So these two cats, they were fighting over a cake, okay, and they were fighting for what do you call it, to have it. Then the monkey will come in between and tell that he tells to them, right? Why you people are fighting? Let me share it into equal parts. Okay, so what he does, he'll cut the cake. Okay, but what happens? One will be of bigger size and another will be of small size. Then the monkey will say, "Oh, this one is a bigger one. So let me make it equal." So what it will do? It will eat a piece, a part of that cake, and purposely, and it will make it smaller, and the other one will become bigger and this one will become smaller. In that way, he keeps on eating the cake one by one, after one by one, and the whole cake will be eaten by the monkey itself. And the kid the both the kids cats, they lose the cake. Okay, so this is the story all about. Means here they were fighting over the small things. If they could have done the sharing in the beginning itself, this monkey would have not got the cake, right? So in the same way, they're just asking you that in both the stories, what are the similarities and what are the differences there. Okay. Oh, in that way, you can just write down. If you want, you can listen from the YouTube channel, somewhere YouTube channel, about the story of the two cats and monkeys, and then try to write the similarities and differences of the story. Okay, it is left to you, children. Thank you so much. So very soon you'll be getting your notes. Okay, you just write down, and we'll move for the next story also, right? Thank you.